He hit buy and walked away. Not out of arrogance. Not out of boredom. But because win or lose, it didn't matter. Not anymore. He had finally become free, not from the market, but from himself. Most traders believe they'll finally succeed when they care more. Care more about their setups. Care more about the money. Care more about the wins. But that's exactly why they fail. Because when you care too much, you attach. You fear. You hesitate. You overreact. You sabotage. The best traders? They've let go. They've mastered the art of execution with detachment. They know something most retail traders never learn. You don't win by caring more. You win by caring better, about the process, not the outcome. In Trading in the Zone, Mark Douglas dismantles the myth of emotional trading. He doesn't teach strategies. He teaches mindset. The best traders think in probabilities. They're not trying to be right. They're just trying to follow their edge. Let that sink in. They're not trying to be right. They're not trying to be validated. They're not seeking revenge on the market. They've accepted one truth. The market owes you nothing. Once you truly accept that, you stop taking things personally. You stop reacting. You stop needing to win. You simply do your job. Like a dealer in a casino. Like a pilot following the pre-flight checklist. Like a surgeon in the operating room, calm, focused, emotionally still. Let's clarify something important. Not caring is not apathy. It's not recklessness. It's not laziness. It's emotional neutrality. It's being fully committed to the process, but emotionally unattached to any one result. It's executing with clarity, because you know this trade is just one of 1,000. It's trusting your edge so deeply, you don't need to control the outcome, because you already control the process. That's the mindset of a professional. And it's the opposite of what most traders do. Ethan was the classic over-attached trader. He built a strategy. He tested it. He saw potential. But every live trade became a battle. He'd watch the candles tick second by second. He'd move his stop loss. Close trades early. Re-enter impulsively. Panic on red. Rejoice on green. His entire self-worth was tied to each result. And even though he had a 60% win rate in backtesting, he couldn't stay profitable. Why? Because caring too much had made him unstable. He needed the win. He feared the loss. And it made him weak. After a particularly rough week, Ethan's coach said, "You're not trading a system. You're trading your self-image." That hit hard. They restructured everything. He stopped trading to prove something. He started trading to express something. A statistical edge. They used blocks of 20 trades. Each trade was just one entry ticket in a series. Individual outcomes became irrelevant. He sized down until fear disappeared. He journaled religiously, not just trades but emotions. He meditated before sessions. He built a ritual: analyze, plan, enter, walk away. No more chart watching. No more tweaking. No more praying. Just execution. And slowly, the noise faded. 2 months later, Ethan wasn't just profitable. He was consistent. But not because he changed his system. He changed himself. He stopped needing the market to approve of him. He stopped assigning emotional meaning to random candles. He stopped overtrading out of boredom or revenge. He began to operate from what Mark Douglas calls the carefree state. A state where each trade is independent. Losses are accepted before entry. The risk is controlled. Confidence comes from repetition, not outcome. Ethan finally understood. The less he cared about each trade, the better his overall results became. Let's be honest. Most traders say they're disciplined. But they panic on a red candle. They celebrate too early. They tilt after one loss. They haven't accepted risk. They haven't accepted randomness. They haven't accepted that caring too much is a weakness. This is why Douglas writes, "When you truly believe that you don't need to know what will happen next to make money, you'll stop caring about what happens next." That's the core. You're not here to guess the future. You're here to manage risk and execute edge over time. Here's the real shift. Amateurs think in certainty. Professionals think in probability. When you care too much about being right, you chase certainty that doesn't exist. You'll hesitate to enter. You'll hold on to losers. You'll close winners too early, because you're attached to being right. But when you operate from a carefree, probability-driven mindset, you accept that losses will happen. You understand that randomness is part of the game. You know that your job is execution, not prediction. This creates true freedom. 1. Every moment is unique. No setup is identical. No outcome is guaranteed. 2. Anything can happen. A perfect setup can fail. A bad one can win. 3. You don't need to know what will happen next to make money. You only need to manage risk and follow your edge. 4. There's a random distribution between wins and losses. Outcomes are not personal. They're statistical. 5. An edge means you will win over time, not every time. Detachment is what lets the edge play out. You don't just decide to not care. You build it. Here's how. 1. Accept risk fully. Before you enter, accept the full possibility of a loss. If it's not acceptable, don't enter. 2. Reduce size until emotions vanish. If you feel anxious, your position is too large. Size down until a win or loss feels like a paper cut, not a heart attack. 3. Stop measuring worth by outcomes. You're not your P&L. You're the executor of a system. Judge yourself by consistency and discipline, not by this morning's trade. 4. Use trade blocks, e.g. 20 trade sets. Stop judging trades one by one. Judge your execution over blocks. This trains your brain to think in probabilities. 5. Journal emotions, not just trades. What you feel becomes what you trade. Record it. Study it. Master it. Here's what happens when you no longer care about being right. You stop forcing trades. You stop chasing losses. You stop quitting on your system after one bad day. You stop taking revenge. You stop needing the market to pay you back. Instead, you become calm, focused, consistent, professional, profitable, because your mind is no longer fighting itself. Don't care about the win. Care about the process. Don't care about being right. Care about executing your plan. Don't care about how fast it happens. Care about how sustainably it happens. When you trade like this, the results take care of themselves. Because the market doesn't reward emotion. It rewards discipline. And discipline is born from detachment. If you're struggling to find consistency, ask yourself, what am I trading for, freedom or validation? Because the truth is, you won't find peace until you stop needing to win. You won't find success until you stop chasing control. And you won't become a real trader until you can hit buy or sell and walk away, calm, clear, free. Want to join the top 5%? Stop caring about this trade. Care about every trade. Not for outcome, but for execution. That's the zone. That's where winners live.